Hey everyone! Imagine this, you're sorting through some pocket change, the usual pennies, nickels, maybe a dime or two, when suddenly you realize that dusty old penny could actually be worth a whopping $1.1 million. Crazy, right? Well, today we're diving into the story of the 2016 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that most people overlook but has become a real treasure for collectors. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. A penny worth $1 million? That can't be real. Oh, but it is, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this little coin is worth big money and how you might just have one sitting in your change jar. Let's get started. So, what's so special about the 2016 mint Mark penny? First, let's break it down. This coin was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. While millions of these were produced, only a few of them have made headlines. Why? It all comes down to a rare error during the minting process. Picture this, it's 2006, and the Denver Mint is cranking out pennies like there's no tomorrow. Somewhere along the line, a small batch of these coins gets struck with an extremely rare double die error. That's right, a printing mistake that gives the coin a unique and collectible design. It's like finding a typo in the Declaration of Independence. Rare, valuable, and kind of cool to own. Now, before you go digging through your couch cushions, let's talk about what to look for. The 2006 D penny with this error has noticeable doubling on the lettering, especially around Lincoln's profile and the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." So, grab a magnifying glass or just squint really hard and take a closer look at your pennies. But wait, there's more. Condition matters. If your coin has been jingling around in your pocket for years, it might not fetch the full $1.1 million. Coins graded as mint state 65 or higher, basically, ones that are super shiny and look like they've never been touched, are the real jackpot. So, if your penny looks like it's been run over by a shopping cart, it's probably not the one. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out my car. You know how coins just seem to appear under the seats? Well, I found this penny that looked different. It had a little extra shine to it. I was convinced I'd hit the jackpot. Turns out, it was just a regular penny someone spilled soda on. But hey, for a moment, I felt like a treasure hunter. The lesson? Always double check. The current market for the 2006 D penny with this rare error is $1.1 million. That's enough to buy a dream vacation, pay off student loans, or just flex on your friends. And the best part? There's a chance, however small, that you've got one hiding in plain sight. Even if you don't have the $1 million version, some of these pennies can still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. So, even if you're not walking away with seven figures, you could still make some solid cash. The 2006 D mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes, the smallest things can have the biggest value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about what's in their pocket, this story shows that you never know what treasures are hiding in plain sight. Grab that jar of coins, sort through your pennies, and who knows, you might just strike gold or copper. In this case, before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more tips on spotting valuable coins, learning strategies to grow your collection, and discovering the fascinating world of numismatics. And hey, if you find $1 million penny, come back and let me know in the comments. I'll be waiting for the invite to your I found a rare penny party. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure? Well, grab your piggy banks and coin jars because today, we're diving into a penny that could turn your spare change into a life-changing payday. Yes, I'm talking about the 1975 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this humble little coin is worth a jaw-dropping $1.2 million in the right condition. That's right, $1.2 million. Imagine finding one of these in your couch cushions. Who knew pocket change could literally change your life? Now, before you start flipping your cushions and raiding your coin jars, stick around because I'll be breaking down exactly why this penny is so valuable, what to look for, and a funny story about how I almost threw away a coin that could have been worth big bucks. So, let's get into it. Alright, first things first, what makes this penny so special? The 1975 no-mint Mark penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use mint marks on coins back then. So, if your 1975 penny doesn't have a tiny DRS under the date, congratulations, you've got a no-mint Mark penny. But don't get too excited just yet. Most of these pennies are worth, Well, just a penny. What sets the valuable ones apart is their condition and rarity. The $1.2 million price tag applies to pennies that are graded as MS68 or higher by coin grading experts. Think of it like a beauty pageant for coins. Your penny needs to be flawless. No scratches, no discoloration, and definitely no signs that it's been through a vending machine war. How to spot a valuable 1975 penny now? Let's talk about what to look for. Grab your magnifying glass and examine the coin closely. Is the surface shiny and free of blemishes? Does the strike look crisp and detailed? These are the telltale signs of a high-grade penny. Also, check the edges. Any signs of wear, and it's probably not worth a fortune. Not if you find a 1975 penny that looks like it's been chilling in a time capsule, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can actually lower their value. Trust me, I learned this the hard way when I tried to polish up an old coin I thought was valuable. Turns out, scrubbing a rare coin with toothpaste is a big no-no. Whoops, speaking of lessons learned, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic, and we came across a dusty old jar of coins. I almost tossed it in the trash, thinking it was just spare change. But then, I spotted a 1975 penny that looked different, shiny, uncirculated, and screaming, "Check me out." Long story short, I got it appraised, and while it wasn't worth millions, it was worth a few $100s. Moral of the story? Never underestimate the power of a dusty coin jar. Well, coins from that era were mass-produced, but very few survived in pristine condition. Most were used and abused in everyday transactions, tossed into vending machines, left in pockets, or jumbled around with other coins. So, finding one in near-perfect condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, and let's not forget the collector's market. Coin collectors, or numismatists if you want to sound fancy, are always on the hunt for rare pieces to add to their collections. This demand drives up the value, especially for coins in top-notch condition. So, there you have it, the 1975 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a tiny piece of history that could make you a millionaire. Who knew something as small as a penny could hold so much value? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who likes to dream big, this coin is proof that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Check your coin jars, wallets, and piggy banks tonight. Who knows? You might just stumble across the next big find. And if you do, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins worth big money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories coming your way. Hey, fellow coin enthusiasts. Imagine this, you're at a garage sale, a little dusty box of random coins catches your eye. You pick up a penny, the 2005 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, and it's like, okay, this looks pretty ordinary. But here's the kicker, this seemingly simple penny could actually be worth $1.3 million. Yes, you heard me right, $1.3 million for a penny. And no, I'm not joking. So grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to dive deep into the world of this little coin and what makes it so insanely valuable. Alright, let's rewind for a second. You're probably thinking, a penny? Seriously? That's it? Yes, my friends, that's it. But not just any penny, it's the 2005 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. It's one of those coins that should make you stop and take a second look. Let me take you on a quick journey to explain why. First, let's talk about what makes a coin valuable. A lot of factors come into play: rarity, condition, minting errors, and historical significance. And with the 2005 no-mint Mark penny, it checks all the right boxes. This little guy didn't get its mint mark. Normally, coins have a mint mark that shows which facility they were made at, like the D4 Denver or the S4 San Francisco. But for some weird reason, a number of 2005 pennies were struck without this mint mark, and guess what? That's where the value lies. But hold on, let's add a little twist to the story. The 2005 no-mint Mark pennies were produced in Philadelphia, which usually stamps a little P on the coin. However, during that year, a small batch didn't get stamped with the P. What we're left with are ultra-rare pennies that are nearly impossible to find, and that rarity drives the value up, and away. Some of these pennies have been auctioned off for $1.3 million. That's not a typo. A freaking penny now, don't get too excited just yet. Not every 2005 penny is going to land you a cool $1 million. To get that kind of value, the coin has to be in mint condition. We're talking about a shiny, nearly flawless piece of history. If you find a 2005 no mint mark penny sitting in your pocket change that's all scuffed up and tarnished, well, it's not going to be making you a millionaire anytime soon. But if you've got one that looks like it just came out of a time machine, well then, you might just want to take a closer look. Here's a fun little story from my own life that might hit home. I once went to a coin show and saw this guy who had this tiny box of pennies. He was acting all casual like he was just selling some random loose change. But there was one penny in there that stood out, slightly shiny, no mint mark, and when I looked closer, it had a few signs of wear. I could feel it, the excitement was building. I bought it for a couple of bucks, mostly because I was feeling lucky, and later on, after doing some research, I realized it was one of those 2005 no mint mark pennies. Sadly, it wasn't in mint condition, so no $1.3 million payday for me. But the thrill of finding something rare, even if it wasn't worth a fortune, was still pretty epic. So, what do you need to look for in a 2005 no mint mark penny to figure out if you've got a winner? Well, first and foremost, condition. Look for a penny that has sharp details, no scratches, and a clean surface. It's tough to find, but if you do, it's your golden ticket. And don't forget to check for that missing mint mark. Let me throw in a little extra info. The 2005 penny is also significant because of the Abraham Lincoln centennial design that commemorates the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. That alone makes the coin historically important. So, whether it's rare or not, it has some cool historical value on its own. Now that we've taken this epic journey through the world of the 2005 no mint mark Lincoln penny, you might be wondering what to do next. If you've got a collection of pennies or think you might have stumbled upon a hidden gem, you can start by checking out online resources, visiting local coin dealers, or getting your coin graded to find out its true value. And let me tell you, finding one of these bad boys in great condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, but if you do, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Alright, now here's the deal: if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, then you are going to love the content coming your way. I've got a ton more coin tips, strategies, and info to share with you, and I'd hate for you to miss out. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and join this awesome community of coin hunters. Hey there, fellow coin hunters. You ever hear about a penny that's worth more than a cup of coffee from your favorite cafe? Well, I've got a juicy story for you today about the 2021 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard it right, a penny worth $1.4 million. If that sounds too good to be true, buckle up because I'm about to take you on a wild ride through the world of valuable pennies, and trust me, it's gonna be worth every second. Okay, I know what you're thinking. A penny, $1.4 million? Come on. But this isn't just any ordinary coin that you'd find in your pocket after a trip to the vending machine. This one's got some serious value, and today, we're diving deep into why this 2021 mint mark Lincoln penny is a goldmine. Spoiler alert, it's not just because Lincoln's face is on it. Alright, so let's start at the beginning. A 2021 mint mark penny, right? You might have picked one up when they were first released and tossed it in a jar with all those other pennies you just don't know what to do with. Laughs, yeah, I've been there too. I once thought I'd struck gold when I found a 1960s penny that was maybe worth something. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. So, when I first heard about the 2021 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny's value, I did a double take. A penny from 2021? Really? Here's where it gets interesting. The value of this particular penny isn't just tied to its age or copper content. Oh no, it's actually because of a rare error in its minting process that made it way more valuable than any other 2021 penny. You see, this penny features a unique flaw, and I'm talking a mistake so special that it turned this penny into a hidden treasure. Coins with errors like this don't come around every day, and when they do, collectors go crazy for them. Now, I know what you're thinking: how do I even spot something like that? Well, let me give you a little tip. You don't need a magnifying glass or to be some sort of coin wizard to find this beauty. Just a good eye and a little patience. First off, make sure to check the mint mark. For the 2021 penny, the mint mark, the little d, should be clean and crisp. But in the case of this particular penny, a slight doubling of the mint mark made it stand out, and that's what makes it so valuable. So, if you've got a 2021 penny lying around, it might just be your lucky day. Just imagine this: you're going through a jar of pennies at your local thrift store, or maybe you're just looking through your own spare change, and boom, you find this gem. And that penny you found, my friends, could be worth $1.4 million. Yeah, that's right, $1.4 million, enough to buy a house, a car, or, heck, a lifetime supply of pizza. Not that I'm complaining about that. And you know, this whole coin hunting thing actually reminds me of something. A few years ago, I was at a flea market, just casually looking around, when I stumbled upon a dusty old box full of coins. I had no idea what I was looking at, but I was feeling lucky that day, so I grabbed a handful of pennies. One of them? It was a 1943 steel penny. You wouldn't believe it, but that one penny ended up being worth a few $1,000s. That day, I learned a very important lesson: always, and I mean always, check your pennies. Now, don't get too carried away. The reality is, finding a $1.4 million penny doesn't happen every day. But the point here is, with a little luck and some knowledge, you could be holding onto a coin worth way more than you'd think. And the 2021 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny is just the latest example of how rare coins can be sitting in plain sight. Maybe you've got one tucked away in that jar of pennies you've been collecting since forever. And here's the cool thing: coin collecting isn't just about big money finds. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the fun of learning about history, and, of course, maybe finding that one special coin that makes you do a double take when you check its value. Alright folks, if you learned something today or just had fun hanging out, hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Why? Well, I've got a lot more insider tips, stories, and coin hunting strategies coming your way. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on all the amazing coins that are sitting in your pocket right now waiting to make you some cash. And who knows? Your next lucky find could be the next big story we share here. You could be the one telling your friends about your $1.4 million penny. Now that would be a story worth telling. So, go dig through those jars, look through your pennies, and get ready to turn some change into real change. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep hunting those coins, and remember, it's not just about the value of the coin, it's about the adventure of finding it. Catch you in the next one. Hey, what's up, everyone? Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, what if one of these pennies is actually worth a fortune? Well, guess what? It's totally possible. Today, we're talking about a 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that has shocked collectors by selling for a whopping $1.5 million. Yeah, you heard that right, a single penny that could buy you a mansion, a dream car, or at least a lifetime supply of snacks. Now, before you start emptying your couch cushions, let's break down what makes this coin so valuable, how you can identify if you have one, and some strategies to maximize your coin collecting game. And hey, if you love the idea of making money from spare change, hit that subscribe button because I've got plenty more coin tips coming your way. Okay, so a 1991 penny might seem like just another boring copper coin. But trust me, some of these are far from ordinary. The key detail? No mint mark. Normally, 1991 pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, but certain error versions and rare variations have made some of them highly valuable. One of the biggest reasons for the high price tag is errors. Some of these 1991 pennies have off-center strikes, doubled dies, or even transitional metal compositions. If you find a penny with one of these rare features, congratulations, you might be holding a tiny gold mine. So, how did a simple penny end up selling for $1.5 million? Let me tell you, when this coin hit the auction block, it sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world. The penny in question had a rare full red luster, meaning it looked almost brand new, and it had a minting error that made it stand out. Combine that with high demand from collectors, and boom, someone was willing to drop a small fortune on it. Alright, here's the fun part. Go grab your jar of pennies, yes, even the ones hiding under your car seat. Here's what you need to look for: flip that penny over. If there's no small D or S under the date, that's step 1. Look for doubling in the letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or odd markings. A bright red penny in near-perfect condition is much more valuable than a dark, worn-out one. Some rare 1991 pennies were mistakenly struck on a copper planchet instead of the regular zinc one. If your penny weighs around 3.1 grams instead of 2.5 grams, you might have a jackpot. A funny story about almost missing out now. Let me tell you a quick personal story. A few years back, I was at a flea market, digging through this old guy's jar of worthless coins. I grabbed a handful and jokingly said, "Maybe I'll find $1 million penny." We both laughed. I paid my $5, took the coins home, and guess what? One of them turned out to be a rare error penny worth several $100s. Never underestimate pocket change. The old guy at the flea market definitely did, and now I'm the one laughing. Okay, so let's say you've checked your pennies and found one that looks special. What now? Cleaning a coin can actually lower its value. Leave it just as it is. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you exactly how much it's worth. If your penny is valuable, you can sell it at an auction or hold on to it if you think the price will go up even more. So there you have it. The 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, worth up to $1.5 million if you're lucky enough to find the right one. Moral of the story? Always check your pocket change, because you never know when you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. And hey, if you loved this video and want more tips on valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more crazy coin stories, tips on what to look for, and strategies to make money from coin collecting. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you're about to go dig through your pennies right now. I want to hear your stories. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through some loose change, maybe fishing for a quarter to feed a parking meter, and bam! You pull out a humble 1989 penny. Nothing special, right? Just a plain old penny, barely worth the effort of picking it up off the ground. But what if I told you that some of these 1989 pennies, specifically the ones with no mint mark, are worth up to $1.6 million? Yeah, you heard that right. So, grab your penny jars, empty your piggy banks, and stick around because today, we're diving into what makes this seemingly ordinary penny worth an absolute fortune. Plus, I'll share a hilarious story about the time I almost spent a rare coin on a candy bar. Talk about a costly mistake. Alright, first things first, what makes this 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? After all, millions of pennies were made that year. The key to this coin's insane value is a minting error. That's right, a simple mistake at the US Mint turned an everyday penny into a collector's dream. Normally, 1989 pennies were produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. But here's where it gets interesting: the Philadelphia Mint typically didn't put mint marks on pennies. However, a rare error led to a small batch of improperly struck coins with specific die variations, making them extremely rare. These aren't flashy gold coins locked in museum cases. These are regular pennies, which means they could be hiding in your change right now. Okay, so you've got a 1989 penny in your hand. Before you start planning that dream vacation, let's go over what to look for. No mint mark. First, check under the date. If there's no small d, Denver, or s, San Francisco, congratulations, you're still in the game. A rare 1989 no mint mark error penny should weigh 3.1 grams instead of the standard 2.5 grams. If it feels a little heavier, that's a good sign. Look for errors like a doubled die or off-center strike. These little quirks can send the value of your penny skyrocketing. If you think you've got a rare one, don't just shove it back in your pocket. Get it checked by a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. And now, let me tell you about the time I almost spent a rare coin like this. So, picture this: I'm at a gas station, craving a chocolate bar. I'm digging through my car's center console for loose change and find an old penny. No big deal. I toss it onto the counter, pay for my snack, and walk away. Later that night, I remember hearing about rare pennies, and for fun, I start checking the ones I had. Then it hits me: I had just spent a 1989 penny with no mint mark and a weird doubling on the lettering. My stomach dropped. I raced back to that gas station like a man on a mission, begging the cashier to let me check the register. A long story short, it was gone. I may have just given away a six-figure coin for a $1 candy bar. Moral of the story? Always check your change. The highest known sale of a rare 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny went for $1.6 million at auction. That's enough to buy a luxury car, pay off a mortgage, or, I don't know, buy a lifetime supply of candy bars. So I never make that mistake again. Condition error pennies from this year still sell for thousands. So, even if you find one that's not in perfect shape, it could still be worth a life-changing amount. So, what's the takeaway here? Check your pennies. That little copper coin in your pocket could be your ticket to an unexpected fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who likes a good treasure hunt, it never hurts to look. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more secrets to share about rare coins that could be hiding right under your nose. Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some spare change to grab a soda, and boom, right there, mixed in with a pile of lint and a paperclip, you find a penny. Just an ordinary penny, right? Wrong. That tiny copper coin could be worth a whopping $1.7 million. Yeah, you heard that right, million with an M. Today, we're diving into the wild world of the 1988 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. We're going to uncover why this little coin is such a big deal, how to spot one, and most importantly, how you might already have one hiding in your pocket. So, grab your change jar, sit tight, and let's talk about this legendary coin, alright? Let's start with the basics. What makes this 1988 no-mint mark penny so special? Well, let me give you the quick backstory. Most coins have a mint mark that tells you where they were made, whether that's Denver, San Francisco, or Philadelphia. But the 1988 no-mint mark penny is unique because it doesn't have a mark. These coins were struck in Philadelphia, but for some mysterious reason, they were made without the typical P-mint mark. Now, here's where things get spicy. Not all 1988 pennies without a mint mark are worth millions. The value comes from a rare error on these coins. There's a tiny detail on the reverse side, the side with the Lincoln Memorial. If you squint hard enough, you might spot a subtle mistake with the designer initials FG, for Frank Gasparo. These initials can appear slightly misaligned or doubled, and that's what makes these coins ridiculously valuable. Let me tell you a little story about how I almost missed out on one of these. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my glove box, that place where old receipts and random junk go to die. I found a handful of pennies in there and thought, no big deal. But later, I started watching coin collecting videos. Yes, I'm that kind of nerd, and they mentioned the 1988 no-mint mark penny. So I went back to my glove box stash, but by then, the coins were already in a vending machine somewhere. Who knows? Maybe I literally spent $1.7 million on a candy bar. Now, let's get into how you can identify one of these rare pennies. First, grab a magnifying glass or even use your phone's camera with a zoom feature. Flip the coin over and look closely at the Lincoln Memorial. Pay attention to the FG initials on the bottom right. If they look off, like there's doubling or they seem misaligned, you might be holding the jackpot. Another tip? Condition is everything. If your penny looks like it's been through a war, scratched, bent, or corroded, it's not going to be worth as much. But if it's in good shape, congratulations. You could have a serious collector's item, and let's not forget the fun part: where to sell it. If you think you found one of these gems, don't just run to your local pawn shop. Instead, get it graded by a professional coin grading service. The experts will certify your penny, which boosts its credibility and value. After that, you can auction it off online or sell it directly to collectors who are willing to pay big bucks for it. So, there you have it, the story of how a humble 1988 penny could make you a millionaire. Who knew a little copper coin could hold so much value? Now, I know what you're thinking: do I really need to check every penny I come across? And my answer is, yes. Because you never know when you might stumble upon a life-changing piece of history. Before you go, let me leave you with a challenge: check your change jar, your junk drawer, and yes, even the couch cushions. You might just find your very own 1988 no-mint mark penny waiting to change your life. If you loved learning about this rare coin and want more tips on coins worth money, strategies for spotting valuable finds, and fun stories from the world of collecting, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because, hey, who doesn't love the idea of making millions from spare change? Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dig into the hidden treasures hiding in plain sight, like your pocket change. Have you ever found a penny and thought, it's just a penny? Well, hold on tight, because today we're talking about the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, which could be worth up to $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, million with an M. Suddenly, that little penny in your jar looks a whole lot more interesting, doesn't it? Seriously, it was overdue. You know that place between the seat and the console? The one where fries, receipts, and loose change go to die? Yeah, That's where I found it, a crusty 1987 penny. I almost tossed it aside, but something told me to hang on to it. I remembered hearing about rare coins, so I gave it a closer look. Turns out, mine wasn't the one, but it sparked my obsession with coin hunting. And that's how I ended up here, sharing this obsession with you all. The most coins have a mint mark indicating where they were produced: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But if your 1987 penny doesn't have a mint mark, it could mean it's from a rare batch that was struck without one due to a minting error. Minting errors are like the Kardashians of the coin world: controversial, rare, and everybody wants them. Look for the overall condition. Coins in pristine condition, minimal scratches, strong details, are where the big bucks are. Think of it like selling a vintage car. The shinier, the better. And pro tip, don't polish your penny. Collectors want original condition, not something that looks like it's been through a car wash. Here's where things get wild. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and demand drive prices. Since so few of these no mint mark pennies were produced, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. One recently sold at auction for $1.8 million. Imagine holding something in your hand that's worth more than a luxury sports car. Now that's the power of a rare coin. If you think you've got a 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny, don't just throw it up on eBay for $5. Take it to a professional coin grader or appraiser to verify its authenticity. Once it's certified, you can sell it at an auction, coin show, or through a reputable dealer. I remember telling my friend about rare coins, and he laughed, saying, "Dude, it's a penny. What are you going to do, buy a yacht with it?" Well, joke's on him, because some lucky person out there did exactly that. Moral of the story? Don't let anyone laugh at your coin collection dreams. So, there you have it, folks, the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It might just be lurking in your wallet, piggy bank, or that coffee can of loose change sitting on your kitchen counter. Go check, it could change your life. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could make you rich, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more tips, stories, and strategies coming your way. And hey, if you found a rare coin or think you have, let us know in the comments. Who knows, your story might inspire our next video.